Hello everybody, my name is Benji and welcome back to Satisfactory, where last time we were working on steel and got the first floor of this building done. I've been doing a little bit of work on stream here for a bit, talking about low polygon horses as well, which is very fun. Check out the Discord for that stuff. I'll post my low poly horse here in a moment. But last time we ended up getting all of our iron smelted, 16 smelters total, all of our steel smelted, 12 foundries total. And today I have now finished up smelting all of the copper, 360 copper total, going into 720 wire, which is going to be heading into this building, where we will actually be making every single piece of steel-related items that we need for the rest of the game. So we're going to be making steel pipes, steel beams, we're going to be making encased industrial beams, stators, and motors. So the encased industrial beams is why we've got these guys still. Except I'm probably going to end up combining it into one line because originally we only had 240 belts and I needed 300. So I couldn't exactly just put it all on one belt, but I can now, so I will now. It's great. I actually even have all of the wire on one belt. The 720 is on a 780 belt, so we'll be good to go. So I think the first thing that I'm going to do on the bottom floor is just the basics, like steel beams, steel pipes. It's like 3 constructors total, something super easy like that. And then I'm going to move up the chain of difficulty into stators, which requires pipes and the wire that we made that we're piping in from over here. Then on the next floor up, because I should be able to do all that on one floor, because I'm also going to make this a little bit longer in this direction. Once we have that done, we will be able to do the encased industrial beams on the next floor. And then finally the motors on the top floor or top 2 floors, because motors take up a lot of space to craft. Like a lot of space to craft. And then we're done. We are done in the Green Hills. The Green Hill Zone, Green Hill Biome, whatever you really want to call it. We'll be doing a world tour afterwards. And I'll be posting that into the channel. We do need to finish up the AI limiter building, but that'll be something I do at a later date, and then I'll obviously record and have that come out in a video slot. So we're going to go on ahead and keep going with everything that we have here, and I will check back in when we're done with some production lines. And we're back with the first floor. I was right about not being able to put the encased industrial beams on this floor, but I was able to do everything else. So these first 3 constructors are making pipes that go into the stators with the wire. Everything else goes up to the next floor. I've got my pipes and beams right here that will be heading straight to the truck. And then I have concrete being I almost said smelted, being processed, and those will go up to the next floor and add in as well. So while I'm recording here, I went on ahead and fixed all of this, by the way. I can get rid of that power line. While I'm recording here, I want to let the YouTube side of things see the absolute amazing view, which is slapping down a large slab of platforms. A nice clean slate to finally start moving things. And another one of my favorites. Thank you, Smart Mod. All hail Smart Mod. It's that. Because all the belts pop in instantly. And then the mergers just shunk. It's a lot of fun. Also, apparently I was off by 1. Odd, I could have sworn I did 15. Unless I made this platform too long, at which point I will be very sad because it'll be even and it'll be harder to design with. But that's a problem for a future Benege, not a current Benege. Current Benege still needs to do all the automation. So I'm going to get back to it, and I will let you guys know when we are done with encased beams. And there we have it, folks. The factory is coming along very, very nicely. I should be able to finish up motors on the next floor if I'm lucky. I think I'll probably be able to finish up rotors and motors and stators and everything else that I need on the next floor, hopefully. If not, I'll only have to go one more floor up, and that's not going to be too bad. It just means that this building is going to end up being twice the height of this building, which is fine. This is just the smeltery. But we've got all of the pipes here because we're using the encased industrial pipe alternative recipe. And it's combining with the concrete over here in these 5 assemblers to make the encased industrial beams that we require. Then we have 10 constructors making pipes that will all go up to the motors. So for the motors, we need 40 rotors and 40 stators on top of all the components that go into both of those pieces. That being the pipes and the wire, which we have in this line over here. Just this one. So we're going to go on ahead, put on the next floor, and hopefully finish up motors, and I'll bring you guys in at the end of that. We actually should be able to set up a little bit of stuff for turbo motors today by the looks of things, time-wise. We shall see. So I was just mentioning to stream that this is, in fact, thumbnail-worthy. Look at the symmetrics of this. Everything is perfectly symmetrical on both sides, minus, the belt inputs. We've got the weaving pattern. This is beautiful. So we did end up fitting the motors all on one floor. Took some squeezing, took some effort on my part, but hey, you know what? It ended up working in the end. And that is our steel factory done and dusted. Well, hold on. I did a bad thing. I forgot about the copper. Let's go on ahead. Let's put this in. Just like that. Now we're done. So I'm gonna run power lines to everything. We're just gonna leave these as 2 gigantic steel boxes that are sitting over here. And we're gonna figure out how we're getting the trucks to run these all the way back home. And after that, we're gonna go and start fiddling around with some turbo motors, I think. I think that'll be a good time. I'll see you guys when this factory is closed off and operational. With everything done and placed, all the wires connected and the walls starting to come into place, we have a road connected with our truck friend who we will let go on his journey. He has something to pick up, apparently. I don't know what he has to pick up, but he's picking up something. And we can actually turn the factory on. So, first of all, grab a power line here, turn on the copper. Then we run all the way over to the other side, as fast as our little hover pack will carry us. And we can turn on the iron, turn on the coal, and then last but not least, come on, we can turn on the limestone. And the limestone miners were already placed, so they don't even have to warm up. You just connect the power and here it comes. Looks like our iron is moving and grooving as it's supposed to. Copper obviously is as well. And there goes the coal. Love that. So obviously, I think I've mentioned it before, but we are using the solid steel alternate ingot recipe. It's a little bit of extra power for a very, very large payout of, I believe, usually it's a, let me go find the steel ingot. Usually it's a 1-to-1 ratio, but here it's a 2-to-3 ratio. The other one that's good is a 3-to-4, but the 2-to-3 is a lot better than that. So there goes the steel. We're starting to get some steel parts here. Looks like we've got stators going. Oh, wait a second. Huh. The stators are not supposed to be on this line, actually. Hang on a second. That's a problem. That's going to very, very, very quickly become a problem. Because I don't have storage for stators back home. And I completely forgot about that fact until just now. So, for now, that solution's gonna work. Ooh, we already have some encased beams. Nice. So for now, this is gonna work, and that'll be fine. Yeah, for now that'll work, and that'll be fine. Oops. Did not mean to put my stators on here. No! He ate my stators already. Give me that. You're not allowed to have those. They're not vegetables. You're not allowed to eat those. But as things start to get warmed up here, all of the machines are going to start moving a little bit more, a little bit faster, and everything will overflow as it's supposed to. Looks like some of our pipes are already overflowing to the maximum capacity, and everything up here will start to work in eventuality. Uh-oh. That was close. I lost power for a second. Ah, you know what? I'm recording. I should just fly. Looks like our truck is having himself a wonderful day. See if we can wait and find one of our motors working. Here we go. One of the motor machines. And like I said, over time this will end up speeding up. Things will start to work a little faster, a little more efficient. And it'll all be perfect in eventuality. There's the first motor. Some more encased beams going in, more pipes, more everything. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Yeah, the other thing I can do is take all of these pipes out and put them in here for the truck to take home. Not the beams, I want the beams. And that's that. Factory has been completed. So we can go home here now and finally check off the last piece of our to-do list for the Green Hills. We have entirely transformed this biome from the factories that it used to have to the factories that it now has, and I couldn't be happier about that fact. I could not be happier about the fact that this has gone so well. And there we go. Steel icon. Boom. Rebuild basic factories. Boom. Look at that. And then the redo wiring setup. We're still getting that done. We're still getting that done. The mainland production is all finished. The West Coast production has not been properly wired yet. That's probably going to be my next task, actually, and I'll hold off turbo motors until next week. The drone array is good, and the East Coast production also needs to have its wiring setup figured out. So that's probably going to be it for me here for today. Don't worry, stream, we're not ending yet, but YouTube video will be ending as soon as I get back. We're going to go on ahead, redo the wiring setups now, and get all of that completely operational. We're going to wall in this factory because this factory needs to have walls so that it's not just open. It's not supposed to be an open design like the modular frames are. And that will be good to go. So, thank you everybody so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed, because I know I certainly did. But without further ado, adios, sayonara, au revoir, hasta la vista, das vidania, wiedersehen, ciao, and goodbye. Please have yourselves all a wonderful day. Get some sleep if you need to. Don't forget to stay hydrated. This video is in the bag, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Later, y'all.